Hey everyone! So I'm just gonna film a super quick video before I head to work. I wasn't gonna do anything today, but I kind of thought, like, how could I not? And that is because today is my adoption day. And for those who aren't very familiar with the term, it is the anniversary of when I was officially adopted. So 23 years ago, my adoptive parents were in China, and I met them for the first time, and then we signed all the papers, and I was adopted. Some people don't like celebrating this, and that is completely fine. I can't, force someone to celebrate something or force someone to be offended by something. That's totally not within my right. Everyone feels their own opinions about things, their own emotions about things. But for me, the adoption day is pretty special. If you saw my Instagram post, I talk about how there are 364 days where I can really focus on the complexities of adoption, focus on the trauma, the loss, and, while being adopted does signify a very important time in my life where I am losing my Chinese identity, I'm becoming American, I'm becoming an adoptee, that doesn't change the fact that my adoptive family has been so incredible. My entire life, and especially now as I'm opening up to them, as I'm, sending them excerpts of my book where I talk about some really difficult things. I talk about things I've never said to anyone because it's almost embarrassing to me. It makes me ashamed of things that I've gone through, and I don't like drawing attention to it, but, I have to if I'm gonna be honest and candid about my story. And so, I send them those things. They're so open. And they're never judging me for what I feel. They're never saying, like, you're being ungrateful. How could you be saying these things? How could you be writing these things? They're taking my experiences and trying to learn from them. And they're constantly looking at new resources and trying to understand what it's like being a transracial adoptee. And, partly this is my fault that they're learning so late because I never opened up to them, but I'm glad that after 23 years of being a family and them thinking that everything was rainbows and unicorns in my life, they're realizing that it wasn't, and they're completely fine with learning about it. So yeah, I celebrate my adoption day, and yes, it's an adoption day, not a gotcha day to me, so I would really appreciate if no one says happy gotcha day to me, because I don't like the term, and I don't like feeling like an object. But I guess so my advice would be, if you know someone who's adopted, first of all, don't wish them a happy adoption day unless you know that they are comfortable with that. Some people are truly, today for them would be awful, the worst day of the year. And so make sure that you know exactly what you're getting into. And, if you think that they're okay with it and then you say it and then they aren't, don't really push. I mean, you could say, like, hey, if you're comfortable with sharing with me, I'd love to understand your viewpoint so, I don't make the same mistake again. But on adoption days, just really be receptive of the adoptee. Adoption days and birthdays. They are really complex days. Some years I hated the adoption day. I was like, heck no. Look at my life. There's no way I want to celebrate this. I miss my birth family, and some years, like this year, I'm like, I'm okay with this. I can accept that adoption's complex, and I can accept that for one day I can appreciate my adoptive family. So that's what the adoption day is to me. It's really appreciating my adoptive family and celebrating the fact that we are a family. And I know my adoptive parents went into this with the right reasons. I'm not going to go into that because that's their story. But, just the fact that my adoptive family is so receptive of the complexities and willing to learn, it's truly incredible to me. And I'm so thankful for them. Yeah, if you know an adoptee, just be careful about wishing them a happy adoption day, because some days, for some adoptees, this day really is unbearable. And, never thank someone for being adopted. Some people thanked me, in like a joking way. I get that you're trying to be funny and like make light of the situation, but I'm honestly not thankful that I was relinquished, and not thankful that there was a policy in place that made me lose my identity. So it's like that. Just, I think now is the year where we really can be receptive of adoptees and really listen and, you know, try to have open minds. Don't just be ignorant and brush things off and try to make everything funny, because this is worth way more than that. So thank you guys for watching my videos as always. I do have a list of videos to cover, and then a group from my alma mater contacted me and they wanted me to help out with one of their adoption workshops, which I think is great. It just started and I kind of wish that it was a thing when I was a student there, but I'm really glad that I can still help out as an alumna. So I will be posting a video for that too. I'm really hoping. I might have the time to do it, but yeah, I'll post a link to that also. So yes, thank you for everything, and I'm going to go celebrate my adoption day now.